Hello, everyone. Welcome to Louisiana Tech All Access. We're here with Louisiana Tech women's tennis coach Chad Camper. And I guess, first of all, Chad, welcome to Ruston and welcome to Louisiana Tech.
Great. Thank you. It's great to be here. Really love the town.
Awesome. And I guess, first off, let's just talk about your background a little bit. You had a pretty successful collegiate career at Wright State, and then you later went back to your alma mater to be an associate head coach. Talk about that.
Yeah, as a player, I loved it. Wouldn't take a minute of it back. I mean, really, any success I have in life, either on the court or off, is due to Wright State. As a player, when I got the opportunity to coach there, I just had to take it and really realized that was my calling, what I really want to do. Head coach Sean McCaffrey just taught me a lot and got the opportunity to be here at Louisiana Tech and had to take it.
Okay, so what was it about Louisiana Tech that made you so interested and made you, I guess, just want to come to Ruston, Louisiana?
Well, the facilities are top notch. I mean, 8 outdoor lighted courts is really good. Conference USA, when you guys get in Conference USA, that's a strong tennis conference. Great facility, great team, and just had to jump all over it.
All right, and then you were officially named the head coach on December 23rd. Talk about the process as far as getting to Ruston. Obviously, I don't think you got here until after Christmas. There's been a lot of cold, rainy weather. Just talk about the process of getting here, getting acclimated to Ruston and then being introduced to your new players.
I think when you are interviewing for a position and you're hoping you get an offer and you do, you don't realize all the work that comes after. So I get the position, stayed with my family back in Ohio and came here January 6th and been working nonstop since. The weather's been difficult, but my women's team has been great. We've been in gymnasiums working out. We just work with what we got, and we've been getting better. Went to Florida and played a couple matches, learned a lot from what my team needs to do, and just keep going from there.
All right, and talking about the program, last year was probably one of its most successful years in program history. They ended the season 15-5, got their first conference tournament win. They won 7 conference wins. Talk about the program, where it is now, and where you want to take it.
Yes, the ladies did a great job last year and had a great fall season. We have 2 freshmen, Jasmine and Marta, that really add a lot of value to the team. We've really worked on doubles. Definitely is something at the college level. You got to get that doubles point coming out. Our goals, national ranking. But I told the women we play schools that are nationally ranked, but we can't control our actual acquiring of a ranking. But we can control, our wins and losses. So I would rather win and not worry about the national rankings so much. But Conference USA is a tough conference. There's a lot of very good schools ranked. We hope to climb in the middle of the top, but we just keep improving every day. I like to think that by the end of the year, we'll be just right up there with the other Conference USA schools.
All right, let's talk about the individual players. You returned 1 senior in Melanie Hervois, and then everybody else is sophomores and freshmen. They got a lot of playing time under their belt last year and also in the fall season. So I guess talk about each individual player.
Yeah, Melanie's done an outstanding job. I mean, as the lone senior, it's a lot of responsibility. The freshmen look up to her. Her leadership is gold. She doesn't practice like she plays. So when I watched her practice, I was a little concerned, and then she just really brought it to our first 2 matches, and I can tell with that leadership. We talk about Asha. She's doing an outstanding job, really learning how to play some doubles this year. Alay, really bringing it this year in singles. I've had her at number 1 spot. We'll see where the season goes, where she ends up in the lineup, but she's definitely a workhorse, on my team. Marta, a freshman, she's been doing a really good job. Learning how to win different ways than just hitting the ball hard and that's it. Jasmine's got a lot of finesse. She's impressed me in doubles. I'm really excited about what she's bringing to the tables in both, doubles and singles. You got Manuela. She's steady, from the baseline. Again, learning how to win more than just one way, and that's really what I pride myself in as a coach, is learning how to win against different kind of opponents. Tally Merker's done an outstanding job. I really think in doubles she's going to shine this weekend, and so only 7 women on the team, so there are nobody on the bench. Everybody's in the lineup at all times. So. Right.
And, of course, you've already started the season. You mentioned that earlier, softball and baseball, a lot of the other spring sports are still waiting to kick off. But you already have. You had an opening weekend in Florida, suffered a tough loss in the opener against Florida Gulf Coast, but you really rebounded and swept Florida Atlantic, a Conference USA opponent. So talk about that opening weekend and what you learned from your team.
I went into Florida Gulf Coast not knowing a lot about their program, and boy, did they bring it. I have to give all the credit to Florida Gulf Coast women's team and Courtney, their head coach. They did a great job. I was borderline devastated from the loss, but after the weekend was over, I realized as a coach, I learned so much from that loss. You can learn a lot more from losing than you can from winning, and I took a ton of notes in that match. And yes, we brought it the next day to Florida Atlantic. We just came out hard doubles and just never stopped. And so that really that weekend, learning a lot about what we need to work on. I've been really doing that the last couple weeks. You talked about one thing about tennis is it's an all year round sport. There really is no off season, and so we've been really working and just mentally. I use the chalkboard, like kicking it old school and doing it that way, and really teaching them how to play a higher quality game of tennis.
And the goals for the program you also mentioned earlier was getting ranked nationally and obviously making the NCAA tournament. Yeah. What do you feel like it's going to take that next step and to get there?
Definitely our doubles. For us to be able to go to the NCAA tournament, we just cannot lose double points. We got to start out up 1-0 in every match. Really adding the depth, in the top 6. We have a lot of great players, but they're young. And again, I think we learned a lot at the Florida Gulf Coast match and Florida Atlantic match, and I think that we just continue to learn a better quality game of tennis and keep it at a high level. I think that will really separate us and allow us to be up there with those top schools in the Conference USA.
And with the way the schedule shook out, you've kind of had a nice 2-week break in between that opening weekend. Your next match coming up on Sunday. What have the ladies been doing with this 2 weeks? Obviously, it's probably been good prep time for you and your team to get some more practice under your belt.
Yeah, we have. I joke to the women, don't use all your mental capability in classroom. Come out and give me a little bit of it in practice, because really learning, instead of just hitting balls, really learning how to play. So I look forward to this week and playing Central Arkansas. The weather looks like we're going to be indoor, which is definitely a change for us. I don't believe the ladies have played indoor since probably last year, so we'll get a little practice in the night before indoor. And for us to be able to win in different circumstances, I always use the saying to rise above it, whatever it is. Is it bad weather? Is it the wind? Is it just not playing well? Is your opponent playing amazing? Like, how are you going to rise above it and find a way to win? So I look forward to this weekend playing Central Arkansas.
Awesome. Thanks, Chad. Good luck the rest of the season. Our next match for the women's tennis is going to be Sunday at Central Arkansas. That first serve is at 10 a.m. Then the first home match is going to be on February 15th. The Lady Texans will take on Alcorn State and Grambling at home. First serve for that will be at 2:30.